You are listening to Unstoppable Actors, the essential podcast for ambitious, unknown actors with me, Louise, the artistic director of Standby Method Acting Studio. And for the last 13 years, I've been taking unknown actors with blank CVs all the way to Netflix dramas, Amazon Prime films, TV soaps, and stage plays around the world. And every week I'll be talking with you and sharing how you can become a paid working unstoppable actor, because you 1000% can. An acting career is doable. Are you ready to dive into the episode? Hello and welcome to another juicy deep dive episode of Unstoppable Actors. I am so grateful for all the brand new listeners we are getting. You're coming to join the Unstoppable Actors Facebook group. You're telling me how much you love the podcast. It makes me smile bigger than you can ever imagine. It really fills my heart to know that these episodes are serving you, they're helping you, they're uplifting you, they're inspiring you, they're educating you, and they're helping you become an unstoppable actor. Thank you so much. And of course, if you are a regular listener, you know how much I love having you here. I absolutely love, more than words can even express, creating these episodes for you. These are all the lessons that have taken me years and years and years of learning through making a ton of mistakes myself. And so what I want to do is shortcut the learning for you so you don't make the mistakes that I do. Today's episode is diving into mechanical robotic performances. We want to look at how we can stop these. Before we do, we need to figure out what even is a mechanical performance. So let's look at the opposite of a mechanical performance then. The opposite of a mechanical robotic performance is a truthful performance. So how do we get to truthful acting? Truthful acting, which I'm going to presume, because you're listening to this podcast, is what you're aiming for, because you want to be an unstoppable actor. So truthful acting is when your unconscious has been stimulated enough in the preparation stage, and I'm going to stress that point so much, the preparation stage. I've spoke about this in past episodes. The preparation is not just the character preparation, it's also the preparation of the actor's instrument as well. And that is your body, your imagination. So truthful acting is when the unconscious has been stimulated enough in the preparation stage that it then feeds the imagination. When the imagination is fed and nourished and full, that then feeds feeling. So what you then have is an actor who is moving through every single moment in the performance with a focus so sharp that they are having a genuine experience that both they and the audience are involved in. Everything else fades away. Nothing else exists in that moment other than that genuine experience. As unstoppable actors, this is what we're aiming for. Now, if we look at the opposite, mechanical acting, that's moving through a scene by rote. What do I mean by rote? Rote is a word you need in your vocabulary as an actor. It simply means an habitual, repeated way of doing something which leaves no room for experience or life. So let me give you an example of this. It means the lines are inflected in the same way each rehearsal or each performance. It means there's no deeper layer behind the lines because the lines have become surface level, and a strain for connection to convey the emotion is experienced by the actor because they're aware of the way they're saying the lines. So with a mechanical performance, there's no feeling in it. There's an awareness of how you're performing, and you are performing in a repeated way. There's nothing new that's been experienced or discovered because the performance is void of feeling. Now, the opposite of this is the lines coming out without the actor engineering how they're said. So let's figure out why this happens then. We all fall prey to mechanical performances because we are perfectly imperfect humans. So if you are listening to this and going, oh my God, that's me, don't beat yourself up. You're here, you're listening to this episode, and that puts you head and shoulders above thousands of other actors. Okay? So we're not going to beat ourselves up. What we're going to do instead is we're going to go, oh, this is something I'm doing that actually needs to change, and we're going to get curious about how this can change and improve. But let's go back to why mechanical performances happen then. They happen because the actor has got a result in mind of how the scene should be played out, of how the lines should be said. And this result that they are seeing in their head, in their imagination, is a symptom of tension. I speak about tension time and time and time again on this podcast. I do it because it is the occupational disease of the actor. The first thing we have to really obliterate in our acting as much as we can is tension, or at least develop a self-awareness around it. Because if we're not going to do that, everything else is going to be a struggle. If you aren't making relaxation a priority in your process, in the preparation of your instrument being your body, you are simply going to keep defaulting to mechanical performances. You might stumble upon the truth, but you will never know how to keep creating the truth. So when you stumble across the truth that one time or that couple of times, it'll be a fluke. And unstoppable actors are not concerned with fluky performances. They want to create truthful experiences every performance, and they do this by embedding the techniques in them, by constant repetition of the exercises until these exercises become second nature, a bit like driving. So I want to tell a little story around this just to allow this lesson to embed deeper in you. So on Saturday just gone, and it's Thursday of me recording this, so what, 5 days ago is that? Yeah, 4 or 5 days ago. I had to buy a new car because my other car is simply broken. So I went to the car shop, the dealership, and I'd booked in for a test drive. Part of me were really excited because I was like, oh, new car, I'm test driving it. A bit like when we get a new character, we're casting something new, we're like, oh, exciting new character to play. However, I had this fear of driving a different car. I started to tell myself that, oh, you can't drive other cars, you can only drive the one car that you've got. Very similar to when we get cast in something or we get given an audition, we've got that initial excitement of, woohoo, how exciting, feel like our career's moving forwards, and then we get hit by the fears. So can you hear how it's similar to performances? How test driving a new car is very similar to getting an audition or getting cast in something. So all these fears were whirring around in my brain. I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to mess up. I started to put pressure on myself because obviously you get the person in the car, the salesperson in the car with you. And then my sister were with me as well. I was like, oh my God, I'm really going to mess up. I'm going to stall the car. What if I go past a speed camera and I'm speeding? What if I'm hitting the brakes too hard? All these fears were whizzing round in my head. As soon as I relaxed into test driving this new car, I started to think, why was I even worrying? I was changing the gears unconsciously. I was anticipating unconsciously. I was handling the car with ease, but I had to relax first. And it's only because I've driven a car enough times that I can do this unconsciously. So there's two key things here. It's exactly the same with acting. Repetition is the mother of success. That's one of my favourite quotes ever. I'm always sharing this quote with my paying acting students. We want your performances to be unconscious. We want you to be performing with ease, just like I was test driving that car with ease, but only because I've done enough journeys in a car that driving a car now is an unconscious thing. Is why I can have conversations. You'll know if you're a driver, you can have a conversation with your passengers and you'll still notice when the lights are going to red. You'll still notice when someone's about to run out in front of your car and you'll act accordingly. You'll respond because everything, the braking, the gearing down, everything is unconscious. This is what performances should be. The techniques should be invisible to your audience. They should be invisible to you because you've practiced them enough times, they're embedded in you. So what do we need to do? To avoid mechanical robotic performances, we've first got to train ourselves in relaxation. We've got to do it enough times that relaxation becomes as easy as changing gears in a car. It then must be followed by sense memory second. And again, we do this enough times with the guidance of an experienced method acting coach who will point out your blind spots, just like you have a driving instructor pointing out your blind spots, doing exactly the same, until this becomes second nature as well, until you are no longer thinking about how to say the lines. Just like you no longer think about which gear you need to be in a car if you've got a manual one. Just like you no longer need to think about what to do with your hands and arms. Also like no longer thinking about when you need to brake in a car. Is this all making sense? I need to share with you that relaxation isn't just about deep breathing until you feel a sense of calm take over you. It's actually about relaxing the individual muscles so tension doesn't inhibit them and block your expression of the character. Just like your car has an MOT and a service each year, you are having to do relaxation to service your instrument and MOT your instrument long before you are ever given an audition, long before you are ever cast. So the muscles that you need to focus on the most are the jaw. The jaw is the tensest area of the human body, and the muscles in the face. And of course, you need to focus on releasing emotional tension through your voice so you can clearly express the character. Then what comes next is sense memory. Sense memory is a bit like taking your imagination to the gym. We do sense memory so you can be in an imaginative experience as if it were reality. Because as method actors, we always aim to answer the question, how do I create truth when everything around me is fake? So when the imagination is sharp and tension is gone, there is no tension, the imagination is clear, and you can, as the actor then, from the inside out, generate the rain, if it's supposed to be raining in a scene, without pretending you're getting wet. You can generate the foul smell of the factory that your character's working in that they absolutely detest, giving you a genuine experience where you actually smell that foul smell of the factory, giving you a genuine reaction to it, rather than a fake mechanical scrunching your nose up and feigning disgust, pretending you don't like it. This is how we move away from mechanical acting and robotic acting. You've already heard me say this, but releasing tension is the first thing you must learn to do. And I am so bloody excited to tell you I've created a course that is going to be free for the first 500 actors, and it's called The Nerve Destroyer, Lose Yourself in the Role, a complete training for new and early career actors. And in this course, which I've absolutely loved putting together, there's 7 modules in it. I'm going to be helping you unpick deeper layers of nerves that you didn't even know existed in your performances. I'm going to be showing you how to release them, and I'm going to be showing you the step out exercise and so much more. I've never done anything like this before, where I offer a course for free to 500 actors. I don't know whether I'm bonkers or just insanely passionate about method acting. I'll let you decide. But you would be doing yourself a massive disservice not getting this. It's not ready for release just yet. It's going to be released in a few days' time. How exciting! I'm going to tell my paying students about it first. They get first dibs. Then I'm going to be offering it to those actors already in the Unstoppable Actors Facebook group and on the mailing list before I then share it publicly. So I hope you are going to do your acting and your acting career a massive favour by joining the Unstoppable Actors Facebook group so you can be one of the first 500 actors who gets this. I've linked the Unstoppable Actors Facebook group underneath this episode, or you can just type in Unstoppable Actors into Facebook and you'll see it. I'd love you to rate this episode. When you leave a rating, it helps me know what you're enjoying, and it allows me to figure out what I need to create more episodes on for you. And then it also helps me help more unknown actors like you who need that guiding hand. And I'm a big believer in giving each other a hand up. Thank you so much for listening. Please do rate the episode. Let the lessons soak in. And I'll see you soon. I've absolutely loved hanging out with you, and I really hope you found this episode inspiring. If you have, please do rate the podcast and hit follow so you never miss an episode, and I can help more actors like you. And come and join one of the most supportive, uplifting acting communities on socials, the Unstoppable Actors Facebook group, where you'll get your weekly injection of inspiration, networking, and receive your free Method Actors handbook so you can become an unstoppable actor.